Now, number one is obviously. Does anyone want to take a guess? Who is the number one free agent? Does anyone want to take a guess? Anyone? Any takers?
Luis Torrens.
I thought it would be Luis Torrens, or could be Tom Murphy, or anyone like
Murphy's
that.
Actually a good one.
Yeah. Shohei Ohtani. He is obviously the highest coveted free agent right now. And even with that torn UCL that required the second elbow surgery, he is still the top free agent. So even if he's not a pitcher, if you need a designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani would be your guy. Now let's talk about it. Shall the Mariners go for Shohei Ohtani in this open free agent market?
They should. Will they? You know what? I actually do think they will be involved in the Ohtani discussion. They were involved last time. I know John Stanton's I hate John Stanton as much as everybody, but I do think they will. Now, how involved? I don't know, because Shohei is a tough one, because the problem with Shohei, not the problem with it, but like there's a legitimate chance the Mariners could be all in on Shohei Ohtani and not get him. Like he can kind of pick his destination, for lack of a better term. Like he may just want to go to the Dodgers. The Mariners could do everything they want, and he could end up being like, I want to stay in Los Angeles. I like it out here. I do think they will inquire. I think they'll be involved. To what extent, I don't know. I don't know how serious they'll be in pursuing it. I don't know if it's going to be like, hey, we called on him. It's going to be, no, we're pushing for this. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, we saw the Giants make legitimate runs for Aaron Judge, a player like that. That was a serious run. Is it going to be something like that? Or is it going to be something where like, oh yeah, they called and then they talked for 10 seconds. So, but yeah, they should be all in. I would do anything to have Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though he's going to be a pretty high price, I will say this, even in an ownership perspective, I think it would be a great return of investment, although that you're going to be paying a lot of money for him. But think about it. Not only does he make you possibly a World Series contender, but let's also not forget about the fact that Mariners have a long history of bringing Japanese talent into Seattle. Ichiro Suzuki, Kazuhiro Sasaki, Kenji Jojima, Hiwasashi Iwakuma, all those kind of guys, and even Kikuchi. They brought in the Japanese crowd, and there are fans out there from Japan that will break the bank just to visit Seattle to watch their Japanese heroes. And Shohei Ohtani is a big hero. Remember, Ichiro was a big hero. There were some sections where you saw that a lot of baseball fans from Japan were there just to see Ichiro, and I would like to see the same thing happen. And I would hope that Ichiro would be involved in this kind of free agency talk. So I would think that Mariners have some kind of a cultural edge on that. And most of all, he would fill the DH void easily that no one has really filled since Edgar Martinez. Any free agents or any DHs you can name since? Jose Vidro? That's it?
Like Encarnacion was good for the first half of 2019. There's been a couple that have had like, okay. Nelson Cruz was good. So, I mean, they've had a couple, but yeah, it just hasn't been. Yeah, listen, I'm all for it. Like, I break the bank for Ohtani, even if he doesn't pitch, even if he never pitches again. Honestly, like he's enough of a good hitter that puts the team over the top, in my opinion. I think if the Mariners the Mariners did nothing else and just added Ohtani, I might make him the favorites, like in the AL West. I think it's very possible that is enough just by itself. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to do some other things, but I mean, it's a plan, like you said. It's not just what he does on the field. There's also, and that's why I think the Mariners might be interested in, because I think John Stanton will look at it from a business standpoint and go, hey, this isn't just someone I'm putting on a baseball field. This is going to help me make money, through other avenues as well. So it's kind of what I'm hoping how they look at it. I wish they would just look at it and say, hey, he's amazing at baseball, go get him. But, I do think it helps you in other avenues. So I could not be more on board. If I wake up tomorrow, they're giving Shohei Ohtani 30 years, $8 billion, cool. I don't care. Like, sign me up for it.
Imagine that YouTube video. I'll be like probably in my jammies or something if I wear jammies and be like, oh my god, oh Shohei Ohtani's on the team, and then have to throw in a YouTube video and like slap on a thumbnail like it's a last minute hair job kind of thing. So that so
right. I'll do it from the bathroom. I don't care.
yeah. So let's get Shohei Ohtani. Let's make it happen to make us more serious contenders.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of people were speculating or assuming that they held off on the free agent market in 2023 just to maybe wait for Shohei Ohtani. But if that's the case, actions speak louder than words. So let's make it happen. Now, we should probably move on to the next player because we don't want to just eat up the entire show with just Shohei Ohtani and just completely destroy my content or our content.